And good morning everyone, and welcome to Aviation Videography Live. What a way to start off the stream with an absolutely beautiful sunrise arrival here on runway 34. That was flight SQ227 coming in from Singapore, the A350-900. Hope you're all doing well and can hear me nice and well this morning. My name is Max and I am your host for today, and I'm joined here with my good mate Matt from HD Melbourne Aviation.
Good morning everybody.
It's absolutely awesome to be out here. We've got an awesome show lined up for us today. And on your screen there is the Jetstar A321-200 Neo going to Denpasar as JQ31. So luckily for us, we're hoping that all morning we'll have runway 34 for arrivals and departures. Hopefully not much runway 27 action due to some fortunate winds. So let's hope they stick around for the remainder of the morning and the entire stream.
Yeah, that would be nice. So it looks like that Jetstar's entering runway 34 and taxiway Juliet. Yeah, those poles are positioned in really unfortunate places. G'day there, Chris. And Geordie, we're going well. Enjoying this beautiful morning, even though it's freezing cold. Had a bit of noise to it considering it's an A321 Neo. And next up we also have the Batik Air 737 MAX off to Denpasar, wearing a proper livery this time.
Yes.
And not the hybrid Lion Air waiting for a repaint 737 MAX.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a different catch that we don't usually get here at Melbourne.
Yeah, I don't think
on our streams, whenever we're streaming, we seem to get that hybrid one.
Yeah, every time. I don't actually think I've seen this at Melbourne. It was a bit of a surprise when I saw it push back just before we started the stream.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it's a very welcomed guest for our stream today.
A very welcome guest. Good way to start it all off, I think.
Absolutely.
Along with some heavies, we've got Qantas Flight 94, the very famous LA flight, which is going to be operated by ZND or Emily, which is the Yam Dreaming 787.
Absolutely. We were going to start the stream at about 6:30 this morning. However, the main reason was for the Yam Dreaming. That when I checked last night, it was supposed to land at 6:35. So I was going to start up at 6:30, but I looked this morning when I drove out here, once I'd driven out here, and it was landing in a few minutes time, so we decided to delay the stream. But let's catch this Bartik 7-3.
Certainly a rarity there. Did you hear that, Max, on ATC?
What's that?
Runway 27 cleared to land.
Yeah.
The dreaded words you don't want to hear when you wake up.
What's landing though?
I don't know.
Oh, it's 7-1.
717.
That's okay.
we can forego that one.
We can forego that. So having a look at this absolutely gorgeous sunrise. How good does that look? That pink and that gradient with a little bit of orange, bit of blue. There is nothing better, and Melbourne is absolutely putting on a show for us this morning. And Haydyn with a $2 super chat says, "Hi Matt and Max, finally no rain." Absolutely, mate. Thank you so much for your donation. And yes, finally we have a stream without some rain. The last few that we've done have been rain filled, which has been very, very frustrating, but this morning's looking absolutely golden for us, so very, very excited for that. And Kirsten has been a member for 8 months in the Boeing 777 class member. Says, "Hello Matt and Max, great stream as usual." Thank you so much to Kirsten, and congratulations on hitting that 8-month milestone. Really appreciate you being a part of the channel and supporting for so long. So our next arrival now is QF94, that Yam Dreaming livery coming in from Los Angeles, the 787 Dreamliner.
Runway 34. Runway 34, what's the other one? Qantas 94, wind vacated, contact ground 121.7.
Starting the stream off real strong with all these international flights.
811, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Departing now off runway 34, we're going to have Virgin Australia flight VA 811 off to Sydney. Chris has been a 747 Queen class member for 9 months. Incredible stuff, Chris. And he says the case of Tim Tams have arrived. Make sure to eat one in honor of Max and myself. But glad to hear, and thank you so much for the support. TriStar Darren as well, being a member for 8 months. Where has the time gone? It's just gone so quickly. Remember, that would have been, geez, right for the Miami streams when Sam and I first started doing them. Can't believe it's already been 8 months. And A Paris has joined the 737 class membership. Thank you so much for that. I sure do hope that you enjoy all the little stickers and perks that you can now access being one of the 737 class members here on Aviation Videography. And thank you so much for supporting what Max does. And it looks like Melbourne's up to its usual antics, pushing back the planes the entire length of the airport.
We need a name for that.
We'll have to get the creative juices flowing.
Absolutely.
Oh, and look, Sam is in the chat there.
Awesome to see you this morning, mate. Hope you're doing well. Glad you are able to tune in from wherever in Victoria you may be.
That's it.
And we have another runway 34 arrival in just a moment. TG465 coming in from Bangkok. It is the A350-900 for Thai Airways. Looks like they are tending to use a little bit of runway 27 action this morning for some arrivals. Hopefully just those narrows. All the Jetstar A320s can go there.
Every single one of them, not a problem.
Absolutely.
Just keep the heavies coming down 3-4 like they have been doing. Bit of condensation there on those wings. Nice to see.
Been quite a few butter arrivals this morning, which has been awesome to see. So let's hope they see a lot more professionalism over the course of the morning. We have another departure here off runway 34. This is going to be our QF flight 410 heading off to Sydney. So our first Qantas milk run of the day. And here we go.
And magic happens, yes. No gremlins so far on this morning's stream. Hopefully it sticks that way, but you never know when it comes to a live stream. You know, the one thing I can't get over this morning is the clarity. Like, the visibility for distance is just incredible. Like, look at the depth and detail you can see on those mountains there. And TriStar Darren, you're not wrong. It is very topsy-turvy kind of weather. Because yeah, literally 24 hours ago it was raining and I couldn't get the internet to work because of the rain. Departing now off runway 34, we have Qantas flight QF 1512 heading off to Canberra, the capital of Australia. And Max, Bart just wants you to know that your little Nam Nugget is 40 minutes away. He's shaking his head, he's not approving. He wants it here sooner, that's the problem.
Oh, we're starting that again, are we?
Oh, it never stopped, Max, it never stopped.
Yeah, long stream. Oh gosh. Darren, you better not put any info on here. You better not butt in. Oh gosh. So not too far away as well, we have the China Southern A350-900 CZ321 arriving in from Guangzhou. It's about.
Where's Vietnam?
I don't care. The Vietnam Airlines A350-900 is arriving in 40 minutes, VN 781 from Ho Chi Minh City. And Darren, I like those emojis there.
I'm not a fan, Darren.
Have a look at those contrast clouds over to the left of us, providing an absolutely gorgeous view this morning. If we could show you, which we can't because we have lots of terminal behind us, but the sunrise over the city looks absolutely beautiful this morning. I posted it on the Instagram for a story, so go check that out because the sunrise is absolutely glowing this morning, making the city look fantastic. It's been a while since we've had a pink Melbourne sky in the morning, or have I just not been awake for them? I usually wake up relatively on time, early, when I'm not streaming.
It's been overcast for the last month.
Yeah. Also not too far away from arrival, we have the Air New Zealand A320-200 Neo arriving in from Christchurch. That'll probably use runway 27. Knowing those little A320s for Air New Zealand coming across the what do you say, is it across the ditch or is that Tasmania? I don't know which one's which. Across the pond. Either way.
Across the ditch is Tasmania, I think.
Right. Matt, I'm not liking the look that I think they're using 27 for a few departures and arrivals.
27's in play.
For arrivals, but departures we should be okay. Most of them will come to runway 34 this morning, but we will have to wait and see on that because it does tend to choose what it wants to do.
I'll check ATC.
Oh yeah, ATC.
Give us the answer.
That would be smart.
I've got my money on runway 34 departures for north and eastbound flights.
Yep. And Amelia, absolutely there. It does depend on the clouds and how clear the atmosphere is. We have very little cloud cover this morning, so it's able to glow beautifully. What does ATC say?
Runway 34 for departures north and east.
Yep. All right. Luckily, I didn't bet a coffee on that or anything. Unlike last week, where that was a good win.
Nah, let's not bring that up.
I'm 1-0. We need to do a coffee bet per stream. on something like that.
I'm going to be a bit smarter with this one, I think. Like, I bet the next Sydney flight will come here.
New Zealand is across the ditch. No, it's the ditch.
Ditch?
Yeah.
Oh, I better ditch my sayings then.
Yes, you better. Funny. Alright, so not too much movement happening, but looks like we will have some Qantas 737s make their way down to runway 34 for their departure. We've got QF604 that's going to head off to Brisbane. We'll shortly see that come around from the terminal. Or is that it there? Am I looking at the wrong ones? Is flight radar not updating properly? I think that's QF604 there. That's not, yeah, it's flight radar's paused for a little bit. It's just having a nap. That's all right. And Dr. Foster saying the link to our Instagram in the description box is broken. I had that with Facebook. It's so weird because I tested them out last week because the Facebook one wasn't working. They're working fine, so I don't know why that's not doing that. Just search up on Instagram, search up Aviation Videography, and you'll be able to find it. It's the same profile as our YouTube one, so you'll be able to see it there. I'll have to fix that once the stream ends. Or during if we get a really, really dead patch.
A bit of a turn and burn for this Qantas 737 off to Brizzy. And look at that, the golden rays of the sunrise is starting to make its way towards the runway there. Still blocked a little bit by some of the buildings at the airport, but that's not going to last for very long.
Velocity 309, line up runway 34. Good morning.
Breathtaking light, absolutely breathtaking. And Chris saying the extended milk run. Yes, yes it is. The extensive milk run, and there's another extensive milk run lining up now on runway 34, Virgin Flight VA309. Also chasing that Qantas to Brizzy. And Peter, yes, the sunrise sure is beautiful this morning. It's actually the first time in Melbourne that we have seen the sun in a very long time.
It's not that bad.
You'd think we're living in the UK. The northeastbound departures are going strong with another one lined up to runway 34. Another Qantas 737 heading up to Sydney as QF412. And good morning, Warren. Thanks for tuning in. And a few trains out tuning in from the UK there. Thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the sunrise here at Melbourne Airport. A huge rarity for us, that's for sure. I think this has got to be the first live stream that either one of us has done since getting all the equipment back that the sun has actually come out for sunrise.
It was slightly out on the first one we did with Sam. It was all right. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as good as this, but we did have a bit of sunrise that morning.
I feel like
it's been raining every single stream.
Yes, it has. Yeah, true. It was sunrise. There was a bit of sun for like an hour, and then it clouded over.
It was cloudy in the morning, and then the sun came out at like 10.
Oh, that doesn't count. I was talking about sunrise.
Oh, like right now. I thought you just meant the sun coming out in the stream.
No, I mean like a proper, like,
right,
sunrise.
Yeah, this would be the first. All right. I need my coffee. It's still in the car.
Yeah, that was like me yesterday, Max. My brain switched off at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it does that. You haven't had coffee and you're standing out here.
It really does. It really does do that.
Especially when you're, it's a sleep thing as well. Because like this morning, I randomly, I don't know what happens. When I want to wake up at like 7, I'll always sleep through my alarm until like 8 o'clock or something. You know, I'll never get up on time. But I'm getting up at 4, which I have to get up for these streams. I woke up at 3, randomly. I went back to sleep, thankfully, but I woke up at 3, which is so random. I don't know how I naturally do that. I think it's just the stress of going, I need to wake up so I don't fall asleep and stay asleep during the stream.
Otherwise, I'll be sitting out there at Macca's waiting for you. All alone with all the gear. QF412 to Sydney. And yes, Peter, we're sending that sunrise over to you guys in Western Australia. And drifting into retirement, it is a great way to start the day. In fact, the only way to start the day. Super 80 Swiss Air, cheers for joining. Hope you enjoy some of the morning traffic here at Melbourne Airport, Australia's second busiest airport. Got a little Jetstar 787 there, being tugged most likely to the maintenance facility since it is a 787. There's always a few 787s around there at the hangar. It makes you wonder. Oh, nope, it's taken a detour. I think it's heading over towards where the Etihad is, so it's probably going to depart a little bit later on.
Could they be using this on a domestic flight?
Possibly. It could be that Gold Coast Narita flight where it goes to Gold Coast first.
Do they still use the 78 on the Cairns flight, or is that now that A321? Because they randomly used to use Melbourne Cairns a Dreamliner.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, it's a very big mystery.
I can't keep up with what they do here at Melbourne. Every week there's something different that they've changed.
Yeah, 100%.
And good day, Armand, joining us there from Cape Town. Yes, our fellow Southern Hemisphere buddy. So we all cannot understand while everybody's getting excited for the next few months. It's going to be summertime, and then we're all heading into winter. Not fun.
Well, lucky for us.
Well, yeah, not us, but. And Bart having to leave early. You're not even going to see the Nam Nugget there, Bart.
No stress at all, mate. You know, it's very late with the time difference. When we stream in winter, it sort of cuts off that hour for you there, mate. So it's no worries at all. We'll hopefully see you on the next one. And hopefully be able to see you on your next stream as well, depending on time difference as well, because I know sometimes you stream at like 1 a.m. our time, and it's not the, usually asleep by then.
Yeah, usually, or, yeah, sleeping or editing and not looking at YouTube. One of the two. Look at that light on it. My God. That is stunning.
Velocity 677 out of 10.
And you can see just how cold it is with the with the condensation there on the plane.
Bit of frost.
Bit of frost. Doesn't need to be de-iced or anything, but it still paints a pretty picture of how frosty it can get out here. I myself, I'm wearing 2 puffer jackets and still shivering. That's sort of the thing as well. On these like really crispy, nice, perfect mornings, they seem to be colder.
Yeah, they usually do be a lot colder, but I think that's because there's something to do. I don't know. Someone told me once that if there's less cloud cover, it can be colder.
Max, the meteorologist.
But good luck with finding that information out from someone factual.
Tell me.
I'd have no idea.
Tell me all about the weather.
No idea who told me that. So it could be true, it could be not. Someone else will know better than me. Maybe I should become a meteorologist if all fails.
I'm sure Channel 9 will love you. You can pair up with Lavinia.
Yeah, I could. It's currently 7 degrees here with some northerly winds coming in.
You got the velvety voice for it.
Yeah. I don't think it sounds that good.
You just need to know what you're talking about. That's the only thing. And not make things up.
That's true.
Yes, in the afternoon we can expect a large cell structure of something clouds. I don't know what I know they all have technical names.
Yeah, something. I don't even know.
I don't even know what the names are, but they have all sorts of funky ones.
Got some strong winds coming from the Tasman Sea, building up throughout the morning with some light showers in the afternoon, settling this evening with a top of 15 degrees.
Join my live stream.
Yes.
Just shout yourself out on national television. I think it's perfect.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you'd last a day, I think.
Yeah, they'd fire me pretty quickly.
That's it. Or they'd move you
I'd do the
over.
weather and I'll be like, be sure to tune in to Aviation Videography Live.
To see the weather live.
Saturday mornings.
Thursday, Saturday mornings, 6 a.m. on YouTube. Be there or be square.
Oh gosh.
Well, now we're going to get Max to do all the weather updates since he is an aspiring meteorologist.
Yes, I'm changing my university degree. Meteorology.
For the better.
Yes.
You can join our buddy Straya Aviation, Sean. He was really into his weather.
Really?
Yeah, he knows all the clouds and he tries to tell me them and it's in one ear out the other.
Sometimes it doesn't even go in one ear.
Yeah, sometimes I just, don't listen. I remember there was times when we were in Europe together and we'll be driving down whatever highway or freeway we were driving down and he would just randomly, like no one was talking or anything, and he'd just be like, you see that cloud over there? And he would start going on about like what it's going to do. It's like it's got a potential to become a storm and all that. And
oh, right.
I'm like, how do you know this?
Yeah, wow. I guess it's cool knowledge to have. It's not something most people don't know about.
Honestly, for plane spotting, it's really, really good because you can see a little cloud in the distance and be like, yep, so that's going to be a storm in 2 hours.
Yeah, true. I look at it and I go,
that looks menacing.
That's weird. Don't come this way.
I see it as it could be a problem, but it might not. I guess ignorance is bliss, and I look at it with hopeful eyes. And Max getting a pole up just before this China Southern A350 comes in as CZ321 from Guangzhou. Operating a passenger flight with the Airbus A350-900.
Alright, so a new poll is up, thanks to Melbourne Plane Spotter for every single stream with the poll suggestions, because I can't think straight.
Well, I've got a poll suggestion for the next one.
I don't trust you.
No, you do.
No, I don't.
Favorite A350 that comes to Melbourne?
Oh, we did that every stream.
It needs to be reiterated.
I don't think it does.
Oh, yes, it does.
It never needs to be reiterated. All right, so coming in now on runway 34 is CZ321, the A350-900 for China Southern Airlines, arriving in from Guangzhou. So chuck those A350 stickers in the chat for this arrival.
Peter 1597, Melbourne tag, good morning. Rex 3554, Melbourne tag, good morning. Cape onto Foxtrot and contact ground 121.7.
Okay, 121.7, China Southern 221.
Wowee, look at the light on that. You don't always get the sun out in winter or at the end of autumn, but when it does come out, it really is a treat. Very, very soft front lighting on the 3-4 arrivals. So China Southern's now making its way over there to Terminal 2 to disembark the passengers after that 8-hour and 45-minute flight from Guangzhou. Joining the other A350s over there, like the Singapore A350, which we started the stream off with, and soon joined with the Vietnam A350. Very soon.
I'm beginning to think that Matt's favourite plane is the Vietnam A350 because it's always brought up by him. I never bring it up. You're the one who brings it up.
No, my favourite plane is the Tangent A330. It still hasn't announced flights yet.
Ah, yes.
It's imminent, but it hasn't happened.
Yeah, there you go. Paul should have a Martin Air 747.
No.
Bit of condensation on that Regional Express 737 as well this morning. It's a fantastic vision here to see everything so crisp and so sharp. It's beautiful this morning.
And Lady Cat, I'll tell you exactly what happens. Everything goes 27 from this point on.
We've got over 260 people watching, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in already this morning. And we're currently already at 145 likes, so really appreciate it. Awesome start to the morning to have so many people in here supporting. And my audio's on my phone. I don't want ads about DoorDash. Go away. Oh, I missed a Saab 340 arrival.
You did?
That's all right. There's plenty of them. There's too many of them. So having a look at our arrivals, we're going to see some 737 arrivals here onto runway 34. Our next one is Virgin Australia, flight 1313 from Hobart. If you forgot that flight number, that'd be a problem. That's a pretty easy one to remember. And then shortly after that, we'll have the Qantas 737 arriving in from Adelaide, QF670. And looks like a Rex Saab coming in from the north is going to use runway 34 for its arrival.
Bizarre.
That doesn't happen very often.
Let's zoom into the control tower and give them a bit of a shout out for their
I don't even think you can see in, can you?
maybe.
Not really. Still a beautiful vision there. So we've got those 2 air traffic control towers. Only one actually is used. That, have a guess which one's used.
Small one.
They used the little, they used the that big one there. What do they even have for, is the little one just sit there for fun? I don't think they'll ever demolish it. I think it'll just sit there as a souvenir. A little heritage site, is that what they're called? Maybe they'll turn it into one of those, I don't know.
Heritage listing, yeah. Well, maybe they'll turn it into a spotting deck. How cool would that be?
Cool. Please?
Melbourne Airport Management, if you're watching this,
Yes.
there's a fun little idea for you.
There's plenty of people that would sign a petition to get that going.
Yes. I'll even donate.
I'll even help build it.
Look the part with your high-vis vest right now.
Yes. I got the high vis on this morning. It's not a vest, it's a t-shirt. Come on. It's a full t-shirt. I wouldn't just wear a random high vis vest.
True. Hey, I haven't had a coffee at all. Go easy on me, Max.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We were just at McDonald's. You had your chance. So that flight in from Hobart, the Virgin Australia 737 is about a minute out, so we'll catch that in just a moment. It's a little bit too far away to be to see.
13, wind 340 degrees, 5 knots, 320 departing, followed by 320 arriving on the crossing runway. Hold short runway 27, clear to land runway 34.
I don't like hold short runway 27.
If I hear 27 in general, I don't like it.
And looks like I was right, that Air New Zealand A320neo did go to runway 27 for its arrival. And Vince asking, are both those towers in use? Only the taller one. We're praying that little one gets turned into a spotting deck or I don't know, a restaurant, something.
Anything?
Anything
that we can access?
Yes.
And here's that 737 making a lovely arrival here on runway 34. Also equipped is the split skimlets, which I always thought were more efficient for flights 3 hours and above, and 3 hours and below were less efficient for fuel burn. So I've either got that completely wrong, and whoever told me that was wrong, or Virgin Australia are not utilising their fleet very well. And no, we're not going to be streaming tomorrow. Max is going to be streaming Saturday morning. That'll be the next one. I think we deserve a day's break. The early starts are harder than they sound. Max has to get up at about 4 a.m. to be able to get here on time and ready to set these streams up.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not super easy, but it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I couldn't do heaps of multiple days in a row. 2 in a row is acceptable, but tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here right now.
Matt was streaming on his channel yesterday morning because on Tuesday rain was even worse, so he delayed the stream by a day. And yeah, so he's out here 2 days in a row.
Yeah, my body's kind of giving up on me. Just my brain is foggy and everything. I didn't even have a coffee. Silly
Oh,
mistakes.
speaking of coffee, I need mine.
Yeah, go grab your coffee. We have another runway 34 arrival. Looks like it's a Qantas 737 just flying over Keilor at the moment. Arriving in from Adelaide, South Australia as QF 670. It's going to be touching down very, very shortly in this stunning light. And yes, we're at the top of the car park, allowing us to get these fantastic views. And magic happens, yes. We'll definitely be catching that Singapore A380 inaugural service. So the plan is I'm going to be live streaming the arrival in the morning on my channel HD Melbourne Aviation, and Max will stream the departure in the afternoon on Aviation Videography. So we're going to do a back-to-back stream, help each other out, and cover that fantastic movement. There it is, slowing down on runway 34. And Melbourne Australian Tours asks, this is what people do these days, just hang out at the top of car parks. It's more fun than it looks, believe me. But I guess there are some people that do that, like us. Departing off runway 27, we have Qantas flight QF414 off to Sydney for a bit of a milk run there with the A330-300. Not too often you see the 300 on the Sydney route. You usually see the 200s. The 300s are generally used for international flights and sometimes Perth flights. So definitely on the strange side.
I was going to say we stand in car parks so you guys don't have to. You guys can watch from the comfort of your own homes.
In front of the fireplace.
Yes, absolutely. Alright, do we have much happening? Looks like we have an A321neo there that's on Chugg. We'll be heading down towards Terminal 4 here, just in front of us.
Whenever I hear runway 27 on the ATC, it really catches my attention. It really does.
And not in a nice way.
Nope. I turned my head to the scanner like someone just called my name.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No.
I gotta say, there's not a lot of things that look as good as an A321neo for Jetstar in golden hour.
I have one thing that looks better.
Shut up.
It's big and blue.
Oh, what the where the magic happens, Emirates A380? Is that what it's called?
No, it's the Vietnam A350.
Ah, right.
Although that A380 does look good in sunrise.
Yes. What's that called again? I got that wrong. It's not where the magic happens.
Destination Dubai.
There's two of them, isn't there? I think so. There's Destination Dubai. I know that one. And there's another one. There's a magic one. I don't know what it's called. Someone will know.
Somebody will know.
Somebody will know.
0 degrees 7 knots.
Yes.
And the cross runway will hold short. Clear to land runway 27.
Alright, so our next arrival on runway 34 is going to be a Rex Saab 340 ZL 3653 arriving in from Mildura.
737 landing on the crossing runway. Hold short. 27. Clear to land runway 34.
Yes, we are definitely making that sacrifice, but a sacrifice we enjoy making. It is good fun out here, minus the cold.
Be part of the magic.
Be part of the magic.
Yep, that's the one.
Like we have educated viewers, unlike our...
Think how much we spend editing and watching planes that you'd think we'd know this stuff, but I always forget it. I blank on it all the time when I need to remember it.
Every time. And Clayton, yes, the China Southern 350 looked incredible. But don't worry, we have more A350s coming, like the Vietnam one, very, very soon.
Make sure you go back and watch the Thai.
Oh yeah, true Thai. We've got 3 A350s this morning so far.
Thai was awesome, the condensation clouds.
I don't know if you can hear Max because he's a bit distant, but he was saying it looked really good in those condensation clouds, which I have to agree on. It looked stunning. Absolutely stunning. And look at that. Magic happens with the heavy inbound alert there. The Vietnam A350, 11 minutes away. Ending off that little message as Max's special. We love to see it. Max appreciates your special mention there.
Do I? B-Rad, this is what I'm saying. It's Matt that's fantasizing about the 350. He's the one who brings it up constantly. I never bring it up. I don't talk about it. It's a normal plane for me. But Matt always has something nitty to say about it. So I think Matt's the one that
nitty
that likes it the most. Yeah.
Something nitty to say.
Yeah, something nitty, something annoying.
Annoying? Not nitty.
Yes, it is.
Valuable.
It's not.
Valuable information, Max.
Oh gosh. Our next arrival onto runway 34 is Jetstar A320-200 JQ971 arriving in from Perth, completing its 3 hour and 5 minute flight. We'll be able to catch that in just a moment. And in 25 minutes time, we have United Airlines Flight 60 coming in from San Francisco. The 787-9 Dreamliner making its way into that, I don't know what you'd call it, but into the flight path that they use from Sydney to Melbourne. One of them. There's about 400 of them.
Trust Darren asking what you called me last week. Well, trust Darren, it haunts my dreams, so I'll never forget. He called me a buffoon. And I was just in utter disbelief that those words could be used to describe me. And you'd hope that United would not use 27. You'd hope not. It's a new livery as well, so it's going to look fantastic if it comes here on 3-4. And yes, perfect. We do have the Malaysia A330 coming in as well in just over an hour's time, which should be a good little catch.
Is it one world or is it just normal?
I think it's just normal.
Yes, just a normal one.
You buffoon.
It's not as funny when you say it.
No.
We also do later on have the Bamboo 787 Dreamliner arriving in about 3 hours time with that first 787 livery on it. That'll be awesome to catch. And shortly behind that is the Cathay A350 1000. Also got the Singapore 777-300. So it is an action-packed morning. And Haydyn with a $5 super chat says, when I was up there with you guys, it was hard not to laugh when you two were joking around. Yeah, look.
Just a couple of jokesters.
Just a couple of weird jokesters. Lots of banter between the two of us, but yeah, it's, I don't know.
No. Okay, it seems to be okay.
I think the internet just went down for a sec. Let me check that it's still up.
Are we still there, guys? Just got an alert that the stream cut out. Oh no, it seems to still be working.
Alright, still going.
Still going. Whew.
Oh.
Heart attacks. After yesterday, I've had PTSD from it all, to be honest with you.
Velocity 204, wind 330 degrees 4 knots, continue approach, aircraft crossing midfield.
What?
It's got Japan Airlines taxiing up to the end of runway 34, operating as JL774.
Heart rate.
I know. After yesterday, that's what it did. It did that and then just cut out completely. The second I saw that, I went straight to the router, trying to figure out, like, no, surely not.
Is the router full? Is it charging?
No, but it's full.
Okay, good.
I charged it last night. This is Virgin Australia flight VA204 from Adelaide, South Australia. And Melbourne Plane Spotter, we'll add another poll very, very shortly. Just grab some of the heavy action here. We've got Japan Airlines in Vietnam. The MAX Special, I should say. And then we will update the old polls. Darren, I think that's a possibility. Either that, or he's put into the world that he's more or less manifested the stream ending for the Vietnam A350, so he doesn't have to film it. And Daniel, no competition here. They're good mates of ours. And Miss Wolves, thanks for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic night. And hopefully see you on the next one.
Absolutely. So there we can see the Japan Airlines Dreamliner taxiing up on taxiway Kilo, making its runway 34 departure off to Narita. And we got that Etihad 787 there that always makes a sitting at the hard stand feature on our streams in the morning.
It's like fine art, you just have to admire it.
Yeah, you just. But luckily we've got some sun out this morning to to make it glow a little bit more.
Amplify the gold.
And Clayton, that's a great idea. Matt will love that.
I'm all for that, Clayton.
Matt will love to watch it later.
Yep, you've made me giggle, mate.
Oh gosh. So arriving now on to, actually Japan's going to go first. We have a turn and burn for the Japan Dreamliner.
Wind 330 degrees 5. A3, clear to land. Clear and probably now to the other. Okay, 47 knots down, good morning. Getting 77 belt tag today. Japan Air 774, thanks for that. Contact departures, morning.
Contact devices, minus, call, morning. Vietnam 781, vacate on the echo to the right, contact ground 121.7. Right, 121.7.
And what flight's this one, Max? No comment from Max. That's flight VN 781 from Ho Chi Minh City. Uh-oh, B-Rad's on to me. He's on to me. But that's okay. In reality, my favorite airline and aircraft that should be coming to Melbourne is Tangent.
Nah, it's the Vietnam 350, mate.
That's second.
That makes your list.
Someone's chariot has arrived.
Darren. So it looks like the Vietnam 350 used taxiway echo there to vacate runway 34, so it didn't use Foxtrot, which most of the arrivals on runway 34 tend to use.
Was they heavy?
Yeah, well, some of them, even when they're heavy, still do.
They're all on to me, Max.
Yep, exactly. Everyone's working it out now. They finally worked out.
No, there's no.
That
there's no projection.
Just double checking that the stream is still working, because I was so scared about that internet just failing for no random reason.
All part of the exciting world of Melbourne live streaming.
That's it. We do have the Qantas Pride is in the Air livery, the A330-200, pushed back over on the other side of the airport. We'll wait and see whether that is a 27 or 34 departure. Going to Perth, probably 27, but you never know.
There you go. So Max, Clayton has very generously clipped up part of the stream for you. A highlight, you could say, for the highlight reel.
Enjoy watching that one later, mate.
Coming in now is Qantas Link Flight QF 2077 from Mildura. This is a Dash 8 Q300. And Clayton's doing one better for you as well. Max is going to add that clip into Discord.
Oh, perfect. And that's a good reminder that I need to get back on Discord. Got too many things to do at once to do. I don't have enough hands and eyes and brains to manage it all. Our next arrival on runway 34 is QF152, arriving in from Auckland. It'll be the 737-800 for Qantas, wearing the old Roo livery. We also have Qantas 605, the Retro 2 livery, coming in from Brisbane in about 5 minutes' time. So a couple of awesome catches, an international 737 arrival and the Retro livery, arriving both on runway 34. And that there is a departure, Matt, and that's going to 27. I don't like that.
Must be west or southbound.
Oh yes, it is going to Hobart. Can't they just use 3-4? Like, they'd get it off the ground quicker. I think it's time for a new poll.
Am I trusted to run the polls?
As long as there's no A350 things in there, then yes. Or Vietnam airline things.
But the people have spoken, Max.
The people have not spoken. We're going to tire out the joke if we keep doing polls on it.
Carlin, we're joining you there. It's about 10 degrees out here as well.
And Darren asking, is United Airlines Flight 60 going to runway 27 for its arrival? It looks that way at the moment. There's a great chance it will, but let's hope it, for some random reason, makes a left bank.
ATC's playing funny buggers. Surely not runway 27 for United. Surely not. It's still a possibility. It has to fly that way. It could come down south to 3-4. I've seen it happen many times. Clayton, I would have to agree there. I hope that Max can view that message without conviction and accept that that is the reality. Departing there is a Qantas flight QF 418 off to Sydney. We've got a runway 34 arrival as well. Another Qantas 737. There's just a lot of those at the moment. That is the Auckland flight that Max announced before. Look at this, Max. You hold the ATC here and there's no problems. It goes anywhere near the table and there's problems. It's got to be the laptop. And Louis becoming a 737 class member there. Thank you so much for joining the Aviation Videography membership program. Again, it's always a pleasure to have you on board.
Qantas 152, vacate Foxtrot, got set up, ground 121.47.
I really, really do appreciate that. I know Max does as well. He's just behind the camera there.
Qantas 767, line up runway 27. Line up runway 27, Qantas 767.
Next up, we're going to have the Qantas 737 coming in from Brisbane, that Retro Route 2 livery. It's going to be a tremendous catch here in this gorgeous light. There we go. UA60's heading south. Just what we want to hear.
Qantas 767, 737 landing on the crossing runway. We'll hold short, runway 27, clear for takeoff. 27, clear for takeoff. Qantas 767.
Yes, Chris. Good news indeed. Happens quite often. They follow the 27 flight path from Sydney, and then they will break off towards runway 34.
Runway 27, clear to land runway 34, Qantas 605. 19 ready. Yeah, 19, Melbourne, okay.
Our next arrival to runway 34 is VA 726, arriving in from the Gold Coast, the 737-800 for Virgin Australia. Looks like that Pride is in the air. Did use runway 27 for its departure. But awesome to see that United Airlines Flight 60 is going to come to runway 34 for its arrival. So our next departure off of runway 34 is going to be Virgin Australia Flight 819 taking off to Sydney, doing a milk run.
Gotta love the runway 27 milk runs. There we go, just waiting for that arrival on runway 27 to clear the runway before this can head off to Sydney. And Melbourne Australia Tour says Sydney's new airport are essentially considering, or there's people around the airport where it's going to be built that want to put in curfews for it. Oh boy. Honestly, from a plane spotting perspective, I am all for curfews because everything is going to come in and leave at a certain, there's a period where nothing can happen, and that's just great because at Melbourne there's no curfew, so sometimes things will come in at 3 a.m. and if you're really as dedicated as Max and I are, we will still go out and get it, and it starts becoming a little bit detrimental to our health when we start doing that too often. Whereas in Sydney, we know that at 11 p.m. nothing else is going to happen until 6 a.m. so we can rest peacefully. And then all clusters as well, because in Melbourne, there'll be arrivals at 4 a.m. We had the Brunei 787 at 4 a.m. The Etihad at 4:30. Whereas in Sydney, that's all going to happen at 6 a.m. So it's all going to be clustered up instead of every 30 minutes at ungodly hours. So I love curfews. I would love if Melbourne would put one on as well. Particularly Avalon. Avalon is the one that really needs that curfew. Because a lot of things go in there that are really good. And they always operate under the cover of darkness.
Number second, actually said 1514 ready. Digit 1514, number second.
You know what I'd do, Max? If I had any authority on this at all, I'd make the curfew ever changing. So every day it changes depending on the sunrise and sunset. The curfew ends when the bang on sunrise every morning, and it starts bang on sunset. No night flights.
Not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all.
Always changes. Just imagine the headache that poor airlines would have to deal with that.
Yeah, I know. Like, you think about it in like airports across the world, and they're like, "We gotta go. The sun's gonna set in Melbourne."
Imagine the airlines getting stuck in like certain places because they missed the sunrise.
Yeah, the sun rose.
Oh dear. Oh, we've got to get these people on here. We've got like 2 minutes less time today. Once that sun sets, we can't leave. Oh, and Simon, don't worry, we're not too burnt out. The 3 a.m. runs don't happen too often. Not lately, at least. And if they have been, they're doing runway works anyway, so I don't think I've actually done any late nights at Melbourne since, you know, the end of August last year. So we're all good, but no, we won't burn ourselves out. Don't you worry about that. We have too much fun catching Vietnam A350s to do that. Don't we, Max?
Yes.
We got the seal of approval from him. And Car Wash Channel asks why we say thanks mate before and after saying something. Well, it's just an endearing term. We just say mate. Just like how in the US, you know, in Texas, it's not uncommon to find people saying y'all. It's just an endearing local slang word.
Yeah.
You have to say buddy and everything else. Sometimes we mix it up.
Yeah.